California Spring Trials is Fashion Week for our industry, or maybe you can think of it like the auto show, a chance to see many of the coolest new products available for upcoming seasons. Dozens of global breeding companies and innovative plant introduction companies set up along the California coast in early spring to showcase new crops that have been in development for years, even decades. New series, additions, upgrades, and sometimes brand new plants are grown out and discussed in detail for the better part of a week to drive interest from visiting growers, retailers, and distribution companies. It's also a time to catch up with old friends, solidify strategic partnerships, and revel in the beauty created by our industry. We've done this for decades and we'll do it again in 2026 from March 24th to 27th. Registration is managed by the National Garden Bureau, and you can sign up to secure your spot at caspringtrials.us. In fact, registration is essential. A quick reminder before we get started. New for this year, if you're visiting a location with more than one exhibiting company, like most of them, registration by location means you register for all companies when you schedule your appointment at caspringtrials.us. But be sure to allocate plenty of time for stops with multiple companies. One click doesn't mean one quick visit. Take, for example, the Head Start Nursery Stop or the Santa Barbara Polo Club. You can register for the location, but you'll need to allocate time for all of the exhibiting companies, and that can mean as many as 100 new varieties. Last but not least, check out the suggested itineraries at caspringtrials.us. If 2026 will be your first time visiting the trials, or you haven't been in a few years, they will be very helpful. Let's hear about some of the things you'll see and experience at Spring Trials this year. I'm your host, Bill Calkins, and today, as part of our Spring Trials preview mini-series, I'm here with Mike Annis from Darwin Perennials to hear about what the company has in store for us this March. This will be a quick conversation, but hopefully it inspires you to register and start thinking ahead as you plan your crop mix for the future. Mike, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to give you a little sneak peek into what Darwin has to offer this year.
Ooh, I'm excited for a sneak peek. Every trial location is unique, and Darwin is set up at the ball stop with multiple other companies. But what Darwin always brings to the table are great genetics, purposefully launched and displayed in a way that I always think is exciting. We only see a few stops that have a focused, dedicated perennial section, so we always look forward to Darwin when we come to visit. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about where the company is located on the Spring Trials tour roster and how you would describe the general vibe of the stop.
Absolutely. So we're at the Pan American facility in Santa Paula. We'll be outside under the shade sails, and we're nearby Pan American and then also BFP and Selecta as well. So we're right in the mix.
Okay. And when you guys put together everything, what's the general sort of feeling you want to convey with
So what we're looking for is we want it to feel fresh, we want it to be exciting, and we want it to be educational.
It's good. I think those are three goals, and that's one of the reasons why we encourage everyone to come to Spring Trials is because you can see the new varieties, get excited about them, think how they fit into your mix, but also meet with experts who have seen these products from the beginning and understand how to grow them. So looking back to last year, and I know that Darwin also does a lot of field trials and shows off how the products are performing throughout the year. But looking back to last year, what was one of the big hits from the trials in your mind?
So last year, I'd say hands down, it was the Phlox Candy Cloud display, which was essentially a waterfall of just color, just pouring into more and more color. That Phlox Candy Cloud is so covered in flowers, it rivals any annual display. So I think that was kind of hard for anybody to walk past.
For sure. And the color. I mean, Darwin is known for the beautiful color palette, and those phlox were absolutely stunning. I know that Chris, Jen, and I spotted them right away and couldn't wait to hear about them in the trial. It doesn't surprise me that that's the big hit that you picked from last year.
They were certainly hard to miss.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And when you think about the trial as a whole and the planning process and everything that goes into it, excluding the years of breeding that it takes to bring these products to market, how do you characterize what it takes to put on an event like this? And almost as importantly, what will the attendees gain from stopping at ball, seeing the Darwin displays and talking to the team?
So I mean, we start planning this event 9 months ahead of time. And on the product side, we have to look at everything we're bringing into next year and try to find a theme that pulls all of those together, which is super fun, but it can be super challenging. So you go from a theme to ideas to sketches to visual representations. And then the event itself, I mean, the plants are the star of the show. So we lean really hard on our technical team to work closely with the growers to make sure that those plants are looking as good as they're ever going to look for that week. And then we build the display. So it's a lot of work and a lot of creativity. But I think it's a fun challenge to accept each year. As far as what we expect people to take from this, I'd say this year, I think attendees are going to see that Darwin continues to add depth to their assortment, especially with the addition of kind of two more perennial categories that we're playing in now. And I won't give it all away, but we're excited to explore a little bit more of a different product form with some bare root items. And also that we're just committed to providing vibrant spring color to spring retail benches when foot traffic peaks. That's kind of our promise to our customer with our spring showcase.
I like that because when perennials are in bloom in the spring, they fly off the shelf. And I think historically we saw a lot of green perennials, but all that's changing, especially with first year flowering and a lot of the new genetics. So there is a lot of retail inspiration. And we do get visitors to spring trials from both the big retail side and wholesalers supplying independent garden centers. So I think that's exciting to hear about.
When we travel, that's what we hear. What do you guys want? And they say spring color. And I want them to walk away from our display going, oh, Darwin listened. So that's kind of our goal there.
Definitely. So the question that everybody is going to tune into these podcasts for is, maybe a little sneak peek. And you already teased it with a bare root introduction, but why don't you shout out, if you want to, a couple new varieties that the team is most excited to showcase at Spring Trials 2026?
It's too exciting not to share, so I'll share the two categories that we're working further into, and one of those is ornamental grasses. I have a bit of a landscape background, so I'm probably more excited about grasses than most, but I think there's definitely a reason to be. We've dipped our toes in that water with some miscanthus in the past, but we're bringing 6 new varieties that I'm excited for everybody to see there. In addition to that, we're going to be offering some daylilies. And there's 9 varieties in this series. I think that they're super, super exciting. They're super stunning, the colors. So I can't wait for everybody to kind of see the unveiling of that.
Oh, that's exciting. And I agree. I also like grasses. And it makes me think that for a mature company like Darwin, bringing 2 new sort of classes into the mix with the grasses and the daylilies, that's coming into a market that's already built and already there. So I can pretty much guarantee that these genetics are going to be exciting, don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we put some work into deciding what we're going to bring to market. If Darwin's going to enter those categories, we want to do it in a strong way. And we just can't deny that these are important categories. We have the ability to do it. We have the team to put it in place. And we're super excited about bringing some bare root into the mix.
Oh, that's good. That's great. And it adds diversity to the range. And it's something that I think will draw people out to California to see these things from the ground floor and really talk them through with your team, figure out how they fit into their product mix. Well, Mike, absolutely. That sounds fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing your trial. I'm always excited to see what Darwin has, but really excited for 2026. Thank you so much for your time.
And I'll tease the theme just a little bit. Just don't forget to visit us by the pool or the pro shop.
Oh, I like that. I'll be at the pool for sure. Well,
sounds good.
Awesome. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Now's the time to head over to the National Garden Bureau registration site at caspringtrials.us. You'll find a link in the show notes. Get registered. Bring your perennial team with you because they're going to have a lot to see at Darwin. And don't forget to subscribe to the Tech on Demand podcast on your favorite app. That way you will never miss an episode.